Today, I'm going to find out if the MLS can win a Champions League. Did some research, and the Netherlands have, I believe, the most amount of MLS players brought into Europe. I think it's Netherlands and then the Premier League. Doing the Netherlands, we're going to win a Champions League here with PEZ Zwolle. The biggest reason I chose this team is because they already have 4 players that came from the MLS. Vermeer played for LAFC and FC Cincinnati. Namely played for the Colorado Rapids. Montero played for the Philadelphia Union and San Jose. And Filip Krastev is the most interesting one, being 22 years old. I'm hoping we can get some dynamic player potential playing through him, but he played for LAFC. So I'm definitely going to renew all their contracts, but we are going to have to take a look around and figure out who's staying, who's going, and how we can get this to a full MLS team. I doubt we're going to be able to do it in season 1. And that's primarily due to our $10 million budget. Like, $10 million isn't bad, not at all. But it's not great when we need to get, eventually this needs to be a full team of MLS prospects and MLS players. All right, and obviously the first position we need to figure out now is the striker. Now, I'm probably gonna be looking for a striker that we can use now, but I wanted to start with a striker that it's gonna be here for a while, because this is not gonna be a one-season rebuild. So we have signed a prospective striker in Kevin Kelsey, coming over from the Portland Timbers. We've just made a straight swap with one of our wingers. Noah Allen is coming over, again, a straight swap deal, plus $700K on the side, coming over from Inter Miami, 65 rated, 20 years old. There's players that I can sign right now that are in their 70s, but still, if we don't have players that are going to be here by the end, is it worth signing them? Tomas Aviles from Inter Miami, he's 70 rated or 71 rated, 20 years old. Our goalkeeper is here. This is the one that I was hoping to get across the line. We've decided to sign Roman Celentano from FC Cincinnati. We have signed Alhassan Youssef from New England Revolution. I'm hoping for big things from this guy. We have signed Patrick Yazbek from Nashville SC. He has come over and he is going to take over that CDM role. Okay, so I may have made a bit of a mistake off the rip. I accidentally sold our right mid that was part of this team. I'm gonna see if I can get him back. I didn't mean to sell him, but I did. So just in case I can't get him back, we've decided to sign a new right mid. So we have signed Luca Langoni from the New England Revolution for 5.2 mil, a new record transfer for us. But yeah, realized that as soon as I clicked it, I definitely fat fingered that, but Luca Langoni is here. All right, new potentially starting left mid. I have signed the Brazilian wonder kid that everybody knows, everybody loves him. Anthony is here, but not the Anthony you're thinking of. The Anthony from the Portland Timbers has joined us as one of our, I believe he's going to be a new starting midfielder for us. Another backup signing is here in Jalen Neal, coming over from Montreal. He is currently 66 rated, but he has the showing great potential tag, so maybe good things will happen here. All right, the transfer window is nowhere near done yet, but this is where I think I'm going to leave the team for season number 1, mostly because we're out of budget and out of players to sell. So this is what the team looks like. Every player down here is just up from the academy to fill in space until we can replace those players with MLS players next year. But like I said, we're kind of out of budget. So this is what we're going to run with for now. I'm excited for it. There's one more signing I'd like to get across the line, especially to eventually fill in this cam slot, but I don't know if it'll happen, so I'll update you if it does. Otherwise, let's see how season number 1 goes. All right, and that last deal did make it across the line. We were able to sign Benjamin Kramashi from Inter Miami for just over, well, I was about to say just over, $2 million on the dot. He is here. He's going to be our last signing of the window. All right, we're here in January in season number 1, and it looks like Luca Langoni is actually doing not half bad. Kelsey as well, 7 goals, 2 assists. Langoni, 7 goals, 1 assist. Langoni's at a 74 now. Youssef at a 74 as well. I knew this guy was going to be decent for us. 6 goals, 1 assist at the CDM role is crazy. Benjamin Kramashi has been our wonder kid so far. He started at a 68. I converted him to a cam, and now he's 71 rated already, so I'm starting him over Montero just to get him that extra player potential. Let's see where we are at in the table. I'm not very excited looking at the number of goals we have. Yeah, if this was a normal relegation promotion thing, we would be in the relegation zone for sure. I can't even show you our points because of how low it was. We have 18 points though. We are tied for 15th currently. But for now, I think we just need to get through season number 1. Let our players get the growth that they can get. Hopefully don't lose anyone along the way and get through season number 1. So, all right, we've made it to the end of the season and these stats are looking way better than I was expecting. Langoni and Kelsey still were racking in the goals. These guys are going to be mainstays in the team for a while for sure. Our goalkeeper up to a 76 is awesome too because he's going to hit the 80s sooner than I was expecting. So I think this team is looking a lot better again than we were just expecting in the first place. But the real question is, where did we end up in the league? Are we still down at the bottom of the table? And at the end of the season, we're not anywhere near the bottom of the table. We're actually sitting 7th right now. 48 points. I don't think we were ever going to catch up to number 1. Feyenoord ran away with this year, but decent season number 1. Obviously, we want to be pushing for European football. Right now, the only thing that I would rather go for is the Conference League because I don't think the team's ready yet, but they will be soon. So, season number 2, the goal is make some upgrades, get to the Conference League, and hopefully start being in that top 5 question rather than top 7. But good season number 1. All right, season number 2. This is what the team is looking like now. Everyone's gotten some crazy upgrades on rating last season, so hopefully we can do the same. The only thing I would like to do is continue filling up this bench with actual MLS players. We're heading into this season with 11 million, so we got a little upgrade on last year. It should be enough for us to get maybe 1 or 2 upgrades. I'd like to get maybe a left back upgrade, but 1 or 2 upgrades at least. Really, we just head into this season hoping for more of the same. All right, I think we've solved our issue with the left mid role, and it's going to be one of our only signings because he's taken most of our 11 million budget. But Liel Abada is coming over from Charlotte FC. The Israeli right wing currently can also play right mid, so I'm hoping that means we can convert him to a left mid quickly. We've signed a backup prospective left back in Peyton Miller. He's 61 rated, but he's only 17, and he has the showing great potential tag, so I'm hoping that him coming off the bench for Noah Allen will mean good things for the team. But anyways, that's pretty much all the signings we can make, so I'll see you in January. All right, we're here on the 1st of January in season number 2, and Kelsey has been a stud. 12 goals and 1 assist. Abada coming in there as well with 9 goals and 6 assists. Langoni 8 goals. Everyone is scoring. Everyone is doing great. The stats look really good, but where are we at in the league? Okay, this is not where I expected to be. We are 12-4-2. And we are in 2nd place, and not even by that much. It's 4 points from us in the top. It's 3 points between us and 3rd. So there's still ways to go down, but there's lots of ways to go up to. It's a much closer season than last year. All right, January in season number 2 is looking a lot better. There is one downfall though. Anthony unfortunately was not happy that he wasn't getting game time and has moved to Leicester. I didn't want to sell him. I was going to keep him as a backup. I guess he's gone. He's already gone. So we got the money from that. I think we got an extra 3.6 million in the budget, which we're definitely going to go sign a couple more backups, hopefully. But Anthony is gone, sadly. And at the end of this transfer window, we did end up bringing 3 players into the squad. Hidalgo as a backup striker, Garcia McNulty as another backup center back when converting to a right back, and Caden Clark, another backup cam for now. But I think Montero is going to be leaving the team next year. I wouldn't be surprised if he does, but I think things are looking good. Let's finish out season number 2. And unfortunately, just like Anthony last season, Jalen Neal is also wanting to leave the club. So obviously we're not letting him go to Feyenoord. Unfortunate to see him go so early. I guess we have a 76 on the bench that can come in. Cool. Before we even see the stats, I gotta show you, we had 5 players make it into the team of the season this year, so that bodes well for what I'm about to see. And there we go, Kelsey and Langoni have done it again, but Abada came in there with 15 goals and 8 assists. Dude, those top 3 did crazy. Montero was 7-2. Even at 32 years old, he's still racking him up. Our goalkeeper up to an 80 as well is awesome, and our center back almost there. Great growth from everybody this year, but where are we at in the league? And we finished 2nd overall with only 3 losses the whole year. PSV with only 1 loss the whole year is crazy enough as it is, but only 3 losses the whole year. We just went from 16th literally a season and a half ago to 7th to 2nd. Wow, what a season. What a season. That is awesome. We're going to take a look around the grounds though, because now we're contending for some of these trophies. So Manchester City win the Super Cup, Real Madrid win the Champions League on penalties, Aston Villa beat Chelsea for the Europa League, Tottenham beat Lazio 5-2 in a Conference League final. That is crazy. This is the squad heading into season 3. Dude, this has been an awesome rebuild so far. I'm having a blast. Definitely going to need to sign some more backup players, but I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I like this team. I like the way things are going. We're going to be playing European football next year. Let's get into season 3. Season number 3, we start out with a bigger budget. 15 mil in the budget this year is, I mean, more than we've had before, so we're going to make the most of it. But we need upgrades, obviously, but we still need a bench. We still are struggling to find enough players to fill a full team of MLS players. So let's see what we can find this season. I don't know if I'm going to make any upgrades to the team. We'll find out. Because overall, this team is growing well. A lot of these players are still pretty young, so they're going to end up being fantastic later on. I think we're going to be looking to get Montero out of the team, and Jalen Neal is officially gone. So we're going to need at least 2 or 3 more signings, including a backup goalkeeper. I didn't realize we didn't have one anymore. So I'm going to need to go get a backup goalkeeper as well. But things are looking good in season 3. All right, and we did find that goalkeeper signing. It's a very, very prospective signing, but he looks like a half-decent prospect at that. He is Patrick Taylor, coming over from the Rapids, 2.65 mil, 19 years old. I believe he's 72 rated already. Yeah, gonna be fantastic. He's gonna come off the bench in this season, and I wouldn't be surprised if he starts soon. And we've made a more of a strategic signing here. Our right back, Julian Aud, had stopped getting growth, and definitely I could have sold him and made some money. Instead, I decided to trade him for a straight swap, a new right back that is hopefully going to be a lot better for us in the long term, because we need to win a Champions League within the next couple seasons. Juanma Cortez comes over from the Whitecaps for Julian Alde plus 2.5 mil. He's 17 years old, 76 rated, so he's like 5 years younger and 2 or 3 ratings higher. So it was a no-brainer for me. Brought him in, gonna be great for us. I'm excited. And with that, we finally do have a full starting 11 and bench of solely MLS players. All of our reserves are just the academy players that are here as space fillers, and Montero is down there because I am intending to sell him this window. But for now, this is where the team's at. I'm excited. It looks good, and I really just want to see how the first half of the season goes now that we're in the Champions League. And here it is. Our one departure of the season is finally happening. Montero was here at the start. He was the captain when we first took over this team, but Montero is leaving for Middlesbrough for 4.1 million. And it looks like we'll be facing Lille in our playoff game to get into the Champions League this year. So it may end sooner than I thought. All right, qualification round, game 1 against Lille. We got 2 games, thankfully. First leg goes our way, 3-2. Okay, game 2 it is to make it to the Champions League. All right, game 2, we have a 1-goal lead heading into game 2 and 2 80-rated wingers. Can they hold it? 2-0. There we go. Kelsey and Yusuf with a goal. We go to the next round of the Champions League. I don't know if we're in the group stage yet, but we'll find out. Unfortunately, we have another round of qualifiers, so we are playing Sporting. This is going to be tough, and I think this will take us into the league phase. I think I said group stage before, but this should take us into the league phase if we can get through these games. Game 1, we lose 1-0, so we're going to have to come back in game 2. We did have the possession, though. All right, our Champions League dreams rely on a comeback versus Sporting. So, we got to see what happens here. And we lose 3-1. We are not going to the Champions League this season. Hopefully we at least get a little bit of a money boost from playing these games in the first place, but we're going to need to win the league to make it into the Champions League for season number 4. That being said, it looks like we actually made it into the Europa League, which I totally forgot that was a thing. Anyways, we play HJK, Girona and Osasuna, Newcastle and Bodo Glimt, Hibernian from the Scottish League, Galatasaray and Spurs. That is a tough group stage, but hopefully we can make it through, and I'd love a Europa League in this video too. All right, 1st of January, Abada is carrying this team with Langoni right alongside him. Our wingers are scoring a ton, and Hidalgo, who I haven't been starting, he's been coming off the bench, has 22 games under his belt, whereas Kelsey only has 20. Hidalgo with 11-1, and Kelsey with 4-1. Everyone's looking pretty solid. Avila is up to an 81, Langoni 80, Abada 83. Yeah, the team looks good. Where are we sitting? All right, not exactly where I wanted to be in the league. 6 draws is definitely weighing us down, but we are still in contention for first place. We need PSV to start dropping a little bit, though, but second is not terrible. We need to pull away from those teams that are chasing right behind us, though. Europa League, however, seems to be going pretty well. We are 5-0-1 in Europa League, top 3, but our next 2 games are pretty tough. We play Galatasaray and Tottenham in our next 2 games, so that's going to be a rough one. Tottenham hasn't lost yet, so I doubt it's going to be against us, but I would gladly take a draw to keep us in the top 8 in Europa League. So, all right, we made it to the round of 16 against Slavia Praha, and we're going to see how this goes. Game 1 here, we take it 2-1. Game 2 it is. All right, reverse fixture. We're up 2-1. Can we take the win for the next round? 1-1 draw gets us there, and we're going to the next round of the Europa League. Quarterfinal time versus Union Berlin. This is an interesting matchup for sure, but I'm really hoping for the best. Game 1. It's a 2-2 draw. With Kramashi with a brace, too, was pretty awesome, but 50-50 possession, 2-2 draw. Anything could happen in this final game. Second leg here, 2-2. We need a win here to move on, and we lose. Of course we lose. 79th minute, Kelsey looks like he misses a penalty. Cortez got injured. This was the worst outcome we could have had. An injury and a loss, and we are out of the Europa League in the quarterfinals. I mean, it's a good place to get to, but we should have gone further. Abada and Langoni are just insane. 28 goals, 7 assists, 22 goals, 8 assists. Hidalgo with 20 and 4, but Kelsey stepped it up in the second half of the year, up to 81 rated, 19-1. This team is doing pretty solid. It's just a matter of where we're at in the league. And we missed out on first place by 1 point. By 1 point. If we would have won that game, or even drawn that third loss, so we would have drawn that game, we would have had it. We would have had the league off goal difference. Second place it is. It is a UCL position, so we will take it, but it means we're playing the playoffs once again instead of going straight into the competition. So We're going to have to play the playoffs and see how that goes. We did not win Orange Becker. Man City won the Champions League. Inter Milan won the Europa League. We went out in the quarterfinals to Union Berlin. So it was a tough lineup anyways with Newcastle, Inter Milan, Chelsea, Roma. Yeah, it was going to be tough. And Panathinaikos win the Conference League over Sevilla on pen. It's a tough year all around. I'm hoping for a bigger budget. That's going to end up being our bottleneck, is the budget. If we can't get players that actually upgrade our team, we're not going to make any progress in any of these tournaments. But we're going to do our best. See if we need to sell anybody next year. Otherwise, let's get into season 4. And there we go, a much more substantial budget this season, 24 million. That's more like it. All right, first signing of season number 4 is again a squad depth signing, but I'm also getting someone out of the club that has just been causing issues. David Brekalo is doing a straight swap with Anselmo Garcia McNulty, so he's going to be a backup. Hopefully that ends well for us. If he becomes a problem too, who knows what's going to happen. Doing yet another straight swap here at the CDM position. I really want to make sure we have solid CDMs just in case things go south in that position. So Owen Wolf swapping for Adel Ibrahim, 16 years old, 66 rated or 69 rated at 16 years old. Looks fantastic. All right, and heading into the regular season, this is pretty much where I'm going to keep the team. I'm not going to lie. Things are looking really good. Abada up to an 84. He's going to have a banger season. I can already tell. Langoni has really stunted in his growth. Same with Kelsey, so I'm going to need to watch them a little closer to see if we need to make upgrades. We're going to see what happens this year. I will see you in January. Game 1 of our qualification round is against Rangers. Let's make it happen. 2-1. Okay, we take the lead heading into game 2. All right, game 2. We're up by 1. Can we go to the next round of qualifiers? We do. Another 2-1 win. Abada with a brace. Perfect. Next round. All right, next round of qualifiers is against SC Braga. Game 1 needs to go well for us here. We take another win. 3-2. Langoni, Kelsey, and Aviles. Okay. All right, second matchup here. Kramashi up to an 80. Kelsey up to an 82. Langoni 82. And Abada 85. Dynamic player potential has hit him wonderfully. But let's see. Can we move on to the actual group stage or league phase of the Champions League? 1-0 does it, and I think we have moved on. I will confirm though. And we have made it to the league phase. We play Slavia Praha and Copenhagen, PSG, okay, Stade Rennais and Napoli, Valencia, Benfica and Leverkusen. Dude, these are some crazy matchups for our first actual Champions League phase. Oh lord. This is going to be tough. And on the 1st of January, Kevin Kelsey with 19 goals and 4 assists. Langoni and Abada, as always, racking them up. But this season looks like it's going pretty well so far. Truthfully, I'm not really upset with anything. And I'm loving these ratings we're seeing here. The team looks good. Everyone's getting growth. Where are we at? And for the first time all video, we are first in the league. We've only had 1 loss. We're 5 points above Ajax. But, I mean, that's pretty solid. Pretty solid numbers we're putting out there. What I'm really worried about is the Champions League. We've made it to the league phase. Where are we? Okay, we're only 1 point off the top 8, as well as a lot of teams, but we're currently 15th. For the most part, we're safe from going down. That's not bad, except our next 2 games are tough. We play both Benfica and Bayer Leverkusen. But I think we can work with 15th in the Champions League. I think we can hopefully get through to the next round at least. That's what I want, at least the next round. And a couple players I'm hoping to pick up early next season if possible. It's been a struggle for some of these guys. Ludovic Hardy has been growing like crazy. He's 21 years old, 77 rated, but he seems to be too important to the Vancouver Whitecaps. Same here with Cardozo, 80 rated, 18 years old. I want him as soon as possible in this team, but again, too important to the club. All right, and we ended up 13th, so we are going on to the next round. I would have loved top 8, but this is our first time getting this far in the first place. Let's not push our luck. And in the next round, of course, we get to play Leverkusen again. We tied the first round. I went back and double checked, but we've got to play him again. Game 1 against Leverkusen. I guess technically game 2 of this Champions League run. And they take it 2-0. Oh, please don't get knocked out again. Okay, we need a big comeback here. Kelsey up to an 84, though. Hopefully he can be the one to do it. We need a comeback, please. Come on. And we lose 2-1. We are out of the Champions League yet again. We're moving on to season number, I think, 5. Kevin Kelsey again. 32 goals, 8 assists. Dude, I'm not worried about the striker role. Unless he gets a massive injury or something. This guy's killing it. Season number 4. I believe this was season number 4. I can't remember at this point. There's going to be so many seasons of this. We did all right, but how did we end up in the league? All right, and for the first time this rebuild, we have placed first. We have won the Eredivisie. I believe that means we don't have to do the qualifying games next year. I'm hoping so, but we have made it. Number 1 in the Eredivisie is fantastic. Only 2 losses the whole year too. Feyenoord win the Orange Becker title. I don't know if we're going to win that this rebuild or not. Man City win the Super Cup. Milan end up winning the Champions League. Tottenham win the Europa League. And Aston Villa win the Conference League. So, season number 5, we're going back to the Champions League. It's just a matter of survival. And hopefully, I want to make it at least the quarterfinals next year. So, we're going to need to find some big players in season number 5. Let's make it happen. See you there. Oh, and winning the league was a great step up for us because we now have a $40 million budget. That's almost double our budget last year. We should be able to sign some fantastic players this year if there's any to choose from. That's the issue with the MLS. There's not many to choose from, so I'm going to have to find them right now. This is more of a backup signing, but I've signed Cole Bassett from the Rapids for a trade with Caden Clark. He completely stunted on his growth, and so heading into another big Champions League year, I want some more firepower back there. So we brought in someone who is 3 or 4 ratings higher, a little bit older, not by much though, and hopefully Cole Bassett will be better on the bench for us than Caden Clark. All right, so very unexpected signing, very unexpected, but we were able to get Felix Cardoso, but at a cost. You see, they put him up for sale, I believe. Either that or they just finally said that he was able to be purchased. But the only way to get him was to trade Luca Langoni for Felix Cardoso. So Luca Langoni is, I don't think he's gone yet because I don't know if the transfer window's over. Either way, we have brought in Cardoso, but Luca Langoni may not be here any longer. Yeah, Luca Langoni is gone. Cardoso is in. Now, I need him to be just as impactful or more impactful than Langoni was, but that was a very abrupt end to just how much Luca Langoni did for us, so respects to him. But Cardoso is here. Let's hope that that was a good decision. And I was correct. Since we won the league last year, we just go straight to the league phase, but it's a tough league phase. Rangers and Bayern, straight into Bodo Glimt, then Stade Rennais and Sevilla. Wolfsburg, that's interesting. And then we end off with Lazio and Atletico Madrid. This is going to be extremely tough. We're here on the 1st of January, and Kevin Kelsey, dude, you should just expect it at this point. Him and Abada are just going to score goals. He's up to Kelsey up to an 86, Abada up to an 88, Cardozo up 2 in his first 6 months at the club. That's what we wanted to see. Our right back, dude, this was one of my best purchases, I think. Juanma Cortez, 85 rated at 20 years old. 20 years old. He's going to be like a 90 rated card by the time we actually win the Champions League. Let's see how the league's going. There you have it. 1 draw, 1 loss, 16 wins so far, and we are winning the league. We're still in on the Orange Becker, but I don't expect to win it. We just always seem to lose for some reason. And we are currently top 5 in the Champions League, so if we can just get automatically pushed through to the round of 16, that would be nice. All right, and I believe we're into the round of 16, if I'm not mistaken. That being said, even if it's a qualifier, I hope we'll be able to take down AEK here. Game 1. We take a 3-1 win, or yeah, 3-1 win. Let's see game 2. All right, game 2 here. Come on, let's make this easy. Another 3-1 win. We're on to the next round. All right, and like I suspected, that last game was our qualifiers to get into the round of 16, but unfortunately, we get to play what seems to be our new rival of this video so far, Bayer Leverkusen. Game 1. Can we take it? 4-1. It's going to be tough to come back from that. Oh, Lord. All right, it's a 3-goal deficit heading into this game. This is going to be tough. And 4-2, we are knocked out of the Champions League by Leverkusen again. And very unfortunate that we didn't make it further in the Champions League, but Felix Cardozo had a great year. 85 rated at 19 years old, 22 goals. Same with Kelsey, 87 rated, 22 goals, about 20 goals, 11 assists. He is fantastic. 89 rated. Juanma Cortez, 86. And to no surprise, we won the league again, but with 5 losses this year. That was a little bit rough. And towards the end of the season, we were losing and tying every game within the last 2 months. So that was tough. But we are here. We have won the league again. We did win the Orange Becker as well. I was not expecting that. We won that on penalties over PSV, it looks like. Leverkusen do go on to win the tournament, so that kind of makes it hurt a little bit less. Inter win the Europa League, and Newcastle win the Conference League. To be honest though, this team looks like we should be contending past the round of 16 in the Champions League, at least the quarterfinals. Come on now. So let's get into season number 6. And season 6 starts us off with a budget of 70 million. We should be able to buy whoever we want in the MLS. It's just a matter of if there's anyone worth buying. All right, and our first signing of the season, I'm really hoping, is a Jordi Alba regen. That's right, we found our left back. He is 2 ratings lower than Noah Allen, but he's also, I believe, only 17 years old. Coming over from Inter Miami, we traded one of our prospective wingers to them. And one thing I've realized too, all these trades we've done into the MLS, then also still makes them eligible for us to buy later if we need to. So I will gladly trade into the MLS. But Salazar comes in, 19 years old, 78 rated. He will be starting over Noah Allen for sure. And we are going to have one or two departures other than our loan moves this year, starting off with our backup center back, Brekalo. He was just asking for game time that we weren't going to give him because he's just not that good. So he is gone. Peyton Miller loaned out to Lorient. Patrick Taylor, our backup goalkeeper, loaned out to Brugge. Champions League games are scheduled: Dinamo Zagreb, then into Genk and Bayern, Villarreal and Crystal Palace, Galatasaray, and ending off with Atletico Madrid and Lille. Okay, it's going to be tough again, but we just need to make it to the next round. Okay, we definitely made the right play trading Langoni for Cardozo. 87 rated, 18 goals. Kelsey 89 rated, 14 goals. Abada 91 rated, 10 goals and 11 assists. Juanma Cortez, our right back, is going to be a beast, dude. 88 rated at 21 years old. Salazar, our new left back, is already 80 rated, so he is doing fantastic. We are winning the league currently with 0 losses. We need to maintain that in the second half of the year. We seem to drop pretty quick last time. We are into the quarterfinals of the Cup, and we are currently undefeated in the Champions League. So we better be making top 8. We have to make top 8 this year or else. And we end up topping the Champions League with 0 losses. That is fantastic. 1 draw, of course, is why we only have 22 points, but 0 losses is fantastic. No playoff stage for us. All right, we were drawn against Stuttgart for the round of 16. Game 1 better go well for us. 2-2 isn't the worst, but it comes down to game number 2. All right, 2-2 aggregate, round of 16. Come on now. 3-2, we take it, and we're moving on to the quarterfinals. EA Sports, you don't gotta make it easy for me or something? We play Manchester City for our quarterfinal first game, or I guess our quarterfinal tie overall. Kelsey 90 rated, Abada 91, Yazbek 88, Cortez 89. Oh Lord, game 1. 2-1, we take it. Cardozo with a brace. I was not expecting that, and it almost was 2-0. Let's get into game number 2, I guess. Hopefully, please don't come back. All right, we are up on Man City. The team is getting complacent. I think we just won the league, but we are up on Man City. Kermashi has a red card. Can we still do it with Cole Bassett at cam? It's a 1-1 draw. We are going to the semi-finals. Okay, we didn't even have possession that game. That was all luck. Who scored for us? It was Abada, of course it was. Our semi-final tie is against Crystal Palace of all teams. We actually tied them in the league phase, so hopefully we can just blow past them here. That being said, Crystal Palace, game 1. We win 2-0, and it comes down to this. To go to a Champions League final. We are here against Crystal Palace, 2-0 up. Can we go to a Champions League final in Season 6? And we get taken down 3-0 to Crystal Palace in the semis. Oh my Lord, we are not going to a Champions League final in season number 6. Cardozo 32 goals and 11 assists. Kelsey 25 and 7. Abada 25 and 14. Dude, this team is rocking it. Kramashi 11 and 12 as well is pretty awesome. And finally, our goalkeeper Roman Celentano is there, 90 rated, 29 years of age. There's no goalkeeper we can get now that replaces him, so we need to win this Champions League soon, or else we are going to be screwed on some of these players. We did win the league with only 2 losses. That's fantastic to see. We did win Orange Becker for 2 seasons in a row, and the final hasn't happened yet, but it will be Crystal Palace versus AC Milan, because we were knocked out in the semis with a 3-0 comeback. That is so sad. Juventus win the Europa League, and Manchester United beat Dortmund for a Conference League. Season 7, it's got to be the one. The budget this year is 100 million. Too bad I have nothing to spend it on. All right, and one of the only signings that I think is actually going to improve the team here, we have found the first 80 rated center back in the MLS over the last 7 seasons. He is here, Jonas Ajeti coming in. We've traded Serge Diakite because he had no growth last season. I don't need players on the bench that just aren't growing. He is here, 80 rated. He's probably going to take that starting spot. All right, the first thing happening this season is the sale of Santiago Hidalgo. We have sold him to Sturm Graz for 20.5 million. We're just going to let one of our backup strikers take that role for now. And Peyton Miller to Hamburger. All right, and I just got done recording a whole bunch of transfers and loan moves and everything, but truthfully, I'm not going to show you any of that because we just need the win. We just need to win the Champions League right here right now with this MLS squad. Let's do it. This year's league phase starts with Besiktas, then Porto and Dinamo Kiev, PSG and Real Sociedad, Lyon, RB Leipzig, and Anderlecht to end off our group stage. So it's going to be a tough one for sure, but easier than a lot of years. All right, there's no way we don't win a Champions League with a 90 rated right wing, a 92 rated left wing, and a 90 rated striker, 88 cam, 91 right back. This team is crazy. Cardozo, Abada, and Kelsey getting the goals for us so far. And so far, we're still winning the league. Only 1 draw, but 3 losses is a lot more than we usually have at this time. But I'm going to hope for the best. However, after winning the league last year, we're currently 9th in the Champions League. I mean, it's very easy for us to push back up. We only have 1 loss, but I would very much like to get back up to the top 8. I hate those playoff games. They just add a little extra sense of stress. All right, we've made it to the round of 16. We made it into the top 8, it looked like, but dude, some of the scores I'm seeing pop up, I'm not excited for this season, but we're playing Dortmund. Let's see how game 1 goes. We lose 2-1. Yeah, that's about what I've seen. And we are going to need a comeback here in order to make it to the next round of the Champions League in season number 7. 7 seasons of this. Can we do it? We do not. We are knocked out in the round of 16 of the Champions League in season 7. Honestly, let's just get to season 8. Come on. Abada once again scored 31 goals with 10 assists. Kelsey with 26 and 6. Cardozo with 24 and 11. This attack is insane, and they should be winning trophies, not getting knocked out in the Champions League. Cremashi's doing great. Salazar's not growing the way I thought he would, but he's still 82 rated. 21 is fantastic. Patrick Yazbek is 90 rated, and Juanma Cortez is 91 rated. But even with a pretty terrible season from us, 5 losses and 3 draws, we still won the league, so we'll take that. We did not win Orange Becker. I could have seen that coming. Real Madrid end up winning the Champions League. Tottenham take Europa League, and Frankfurt take the Conference League. This squad right here is definitely worthy of winning a Champions League. The only issues we have in the squad is the left back and right center back. Other than that, we have every best player you can possibly get out of the MLS right here. They're all here. So we're just going to have to see how season number 8 goes. Season number 8. This is my longest rebuild yet. If you guys haven't liked and subscribed, do it right now. All right, and season number 8 has to be it. Not only is our manager rating terrible, the board wants us to win the Champions League. So we got to deliver this year. And they've even decreased our budget by 25 million. So that's how you know they're really mad at us. But I really think if any team can do it, it's this team right here. This team is insane. I don't know if I just need to bring all of my best players or what. I'm going to see if there's anyone worth buying this year. Anyone over 80 rated is getting bought and put on this team. Like I said, anyone over 80 rated, obviously they have to make a little bit of sense, but we're bringing in 82 rated Ruben Lezcano from FC Dallas. He's here. We traded with Cole Bassett. Second signing, 80 rated Melanda from Charlotte FC. Next up, Rida Balain, I think is how you pronounce that. Colorado Rapids coming to us. Next after that, Iguinaldo coming over from Austin FC for 24.6 mil. All right, and we were able to get it across the line. We have brought over Ricky Peak from LA Galaxy. We've traded Brandon Thomas, who is one of our biggest prospects, but I'm going all in on this season. Season 8 is going to be the one. It has to be the one. All right, January is here. Kelsey's up to a 91. Cardozo up to a 92. They're both crushing it already. Abada 92 as well. We've got the craziest attack ever. Avile's almost a 90 rated center back. Yusuf and Yazbek just keep on growing. I don't understand these guys. They're crazy. And Kramashi finally hits a 90. Please tell me we're in a good spot in the league. All right, we are winning the league, but it's close. Feyenoord is having a great year alongside with us. We have the same stats and almost the same goal difference. We've just scored 1 more goal than them, so it's going to be a tough year. We're still in Orange Becker, so that's good. And we're sitting 11th in the Champions League currently, so I hope we can at least move on to the next round. I don't even think I showed you guys who we played, so let's go back and check real quick. Looks like Lille was game 1, then Benfica and Bayern, then Dinamo Zagreb and Dortmund again, and we beat Dortmund this time. That is sad, because they just knocked us out last year. And then Villarreal, and then we play Shakhtar and Rangers. So hopefully we can close this out. And it looks like we ended up top 4, so that is fantastic. Let's get into the round of 16. Of course, after getting knocked out of the Champions League, what is it, 4 times now? We get to play Real Madrid. So let's just see how game 1 goes. I have no high hopes. And we lose 3-1. Beautiful. Let's get into game 2. We need the comeback of a lifetime, and Abada has a red card, so that's going to be a struggle. But let's find out what happens. We don't get the comeback, and we are knocked out of the Champions League once again. Oh my god, this is taking forever. And we end the season with Kevin Kelsey getting 35 goals and 7 assists, Cardozo 29 and 11, Abada 23 and 12. Dude, this season was insane. The real question is though, where did we end up? And once again, somehow we barely win the league. I don't know, with these kind of players, there's no way that the Eredivisie has these caliber of players, but we barely win the league. We lost the final of Orange Becker on penalties. Leverkusen beat Spurs on penalties for the Champions League. Brighton win the Europa League, and Sevilla win the Conference League. But look, just look at this team. What else could we ask for? Like, this is the best that it gets for the MLS. So we're just going to have to simulate as many seasons as possible and figure out, can the MLS win a Champions League? That's the whole point of the video. Can they? Because so far, it's a fat no. We're here in season number 9. Season number 9. And I am not even going to take a second to look for players. I think this is the only team we can do it with. Honestly, this is it. So I'm just going to send it and see you in January. All right, Cardozo and Abada have had a great season so far, but Kelsey is struggling, and I'm not sure why. We are, once again, leading the league. It's just a very close race again. I feel like PSV, Feyenoord, whoever it is always right up next to us. We've been knocked out of Orange Becker within the first 2 rounds, it looks like, but we are first in the Champions League, so that is very good news. All right, it looks like game 1 of our round of 16 is against Brighton, who ended up actually winning the European Super Cup, I'm pretty sure. And somewhere along the line this season, our left back was bought out through his release clause. I was doing like automatic contract negotiations, so our left back is gone and we don't have a good upgrade. So Peyton Miller is back. He's been here from the start, so hopefully he can take us through for game 1. And we do take game 1 3-0. Game number 2 is here. Kramashi has a red card, so that kind of sucks, but let's see if we can still keep it going. We lose, but we end up going on to the next round anyways. That is not a good sign. 57% possession and we still lost. Ouch. All right, next round is against Chelsea. Abada's up to a 94 rated player. Both of our CDMs are 92. Aviles, 90 rated center back. Oh my god, this team better win against Chelsea. Come on now. Game 1, we take it 2-0. Can we take game 2? All right, game 2 is here. Let's get into it. We win again 4-0. We should be on to the semifinals now. And like I said, we are into the quarterfinals here, or semifinals. Yeah, semifinals against Barcelona. Our center back has a red card. That's not good. Game 1 goes to us though, 2-0. Let's take game 2 as well. Let's get it over with. All right, the whole team is complacent, so I'm going to take that as we won the league again, but that wasn't surprising. We just need to make it to the final. This would be our first Champions League final, hopefully our last as well. Can we make it to the Champions League final? We do. 4-3 takes us there, 6-3 aggregate. We are going to the Champions League final. And like I said, once again, we won the league. Cardozo had the season of his life. He's 94 rated at 23 years old. He had 36 goals and 10 assists. Abada, same thing, 29 goals, 25 for Kelsey. This was a great year for everyone at the club. And we are now here in our first, and like I said, hopefully last Champions League final. We're going to watch this game and just see what happens. This is technically, I guess, the reincarnation of the MLS All-Stars, but MLS All-Stars versus PSG in the Champions League final. Can we win a Champions League? Can the MLS win a Champions League? Let's find out. All right, we are in. We are a minute in. I didn't get to catch the kickoff, but we are here against PSG in the Champions League final. But the team is as ready as it can be. Like I said, we've signed every single good player that I could find in the MLS, and a whole bunch of them were just regens. But here we are. Hopefully we can get the win that we deserve here. Hopefully the MLS All-Stars is what I'm going to start calling this now. Can win. Shot here. Goal! Goal early on, 5 minutes in. Was that Kelsey? I think Kelsey just scored the opening goal for us. While I was just talking about the game, Kelsey's in. Kelsey has done it. We've taken the lead on PSG 5 minutes in. Could this be it? Could this be the way that the MLS wins the Champions League? All right, we've kicked off again. We are up 1-0. Let's get it, man. He's our current left back, 78 rated. Apparently, Ricky Puig up there on the bottom or top right is considering retirement. Screw that. That's a goal. Is that offsides? No, Kevin Kelsey gets a second goal. Kelsey has been here since season 1. I mean, most of these guys have. Kelsey gets a goal. 2-0 up on PSG. Wow, what a shot. Top of the box, just rips it. And Donnarumma gets scored on just like that. Just like that, we're 2-0 up. Kelsey with a brace in a Champions League final. PSG on top of the box. This is not a good look for us. Are they going to get a shot off? They do. They get a goal. PSG gets one back in the 27th minute. All right, we won the ball back. Top of the box. Abada has it. Is he going to take a shot? He takes it. Saved by Donnarumma. Still 2-1. This is an intense first half. All right, and we head into the half 2-1 up on PSG. It's a close game, man. Very close game. All right. We are here in the second half, up 2-1. I did go make some food at halftime because just like I did go make some food at halftime because just like any big game, I just want to sit back and watch and just have a good time. So hopefully PSG can't get this leveler though. They're on the top of the box. Nothing. Nothing. We have won the ball back. Heck yeah. And we're on the attack once again. Ball goes through to Kramashi. Kramashi has it outside the box. Is he going to get into the box? He takes a shot, but it was not a good angle whatsoever. PSG has the ball on top of the box. Are they going to be able to get a shot off here? And they do. PSG ties it in the 70th minute, 2-1. Oh, that's not what we wanted to see. That is not what we wanted to see. All right, we're kicking off here. It's 2-2 now. We need a goal to win this game. We've had some opportunities. We just need to finish them. PSG gets into the box. They take a shot, and PSG is now up 3-2. Oh, no. They're up 3-2. I am so tempted to take control and at least get us level, because I would love if this went down to a penalty shootout. But we are now down. The MLS All-Stars are down 3-2 to PSG. We need to score a goal. Come on, guys. Ball in to Cardozo, top of the box. He has no options here. And he passes directly to PSG. We keep doing that. We get the ball in with Kelsey, top of the box. Can we get a shot off? We do, but it's saved. Oh, no. We need a goal off this corner so bad. We get the header, but it's saved. That was a weak header. No way we lose the Champions League final here, right? I might just send it to extra time to see how it goes in extra time. And if they win there, fair. If they win there, fair. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm taking it to extra time. Especially if they score here. I just want to see more of this game, man. I just want to see a couple extra minutes of this. Because we're 9 seasons in right now. Come on now. 9 seasons in, you can't blame me for wanting to see more. If PSG still scores to win this, then it wasn't meant to be. We're going to extra time. Alright, we're in here. Extra time. Let me know in the comments, should I have just let us lose? I'm just saying, I want to see more. I'm 9 seasons in. I've been sitting here for a while. Let's hopefully see this win come through. Kelsey's in on goal. He takes a shot, but it's saved. Sorry, I was mid-bite. I'm still just munching as I watch this, dude. This is great. First half of extra time is over. It is still 3-3. PSG on top of the box. They're going to get a shot, and it is saved by Roman Celentano. He wants pens, and so do I. It is the 120th minute. Are we going to penalties against PSG? That is the question. Or are they going to get a last-minute winner? They look like they want it. They look like they want it. Come on, boys. Hold through. Hold through the pens. We're going to penalties, and you know I'm jumping in. Come on now. And I think it's only right that we let Celentano take the last pen if it gets to that point. So here we go. Penalty shootout. PSG takes the first. And they miss. They shank it. Okay, we're good. Come on now. Cardozo with the pen. Bottom corner, it's in. All right. Pen number 2. And we dove the right way, but we missed. Okay. Kevin Kelsey. Perfect. Slotted. That's what he's been doing all year. Oh, my lord. Come on. And they shoot it right down the middle. Oh, we're going to need to score this one, too. Abada. He's been a freaking legend the whole time. And we score 2 right down the middle. All right. Next pen. If we save this, we're in. And he misses. We got to score here. If we score here with Benjamin Kremashi, we might just take our Champions League title. And we miss. No. We've got to save this then. And he skies it. We just beat PSG in the Champions League final. MLS has won the Champions League. The MLS has won the Champions League. Look at those celebrations, dude. Everyone is pumped. We just won the Champions League. That's crazy. PSG shanked 2 of their shots. Yeah, I'll give that to them, but we won. We actually did it. In 9 seasons, the MLS has won the Champions League. What a game. What a game. And there's our celebratory bus going through the city. Did we win anything else this season is the question. There's 2 trophies up there. There's 2 trophies up there for sure. Oh, let's find out. So, we know we won the league. We did not win Orange Becker, but we won the Champions League final on penalties. On penalties. Dude, we've done it. We've actually done it 9 seasons in. And this is the squad that did it. What a season. But the real question is, How did it go? Well, overall, in our time here at PEC's role as Jay Johnson, I tried to pick an MLS manager type name, we won 6 league titles, 2 domestic cups, and 1 continental cup, being the Champions League. Our biggest win was 7-0 versus Anderlecht. Biggest defeat, we lost 6-1 to Chelsea in one of the preseason games. This was a crazy rebuild. We lost 77 games out of 445. What a rebuild. What a team. I loved it. I loved every second of this. That was fantastic. We have won the Champions League. And that answers the question. Can the MLS win the Champions League? They can, and they have. We just won the Champions League with only MLS signings. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much. If you haven't seen my other videos, go check them out right now. If you haven't liked and subscribed already, you've got it. But that being said, guys, I appreciate you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace.